Hey guys, welcome back to Our Family Nest. So for today's video, we asked you guys on our Instagram story to share some assumptions that you have about our family. So I went through and asked everybody throughout the house individually some of your guys' assumptions, and we responded to them. Enjoy. Chase and Asha, do you think you are going to stay together forever? I hope you do. Love you.
Nope.
Well, I mean, usually when you date someone, you don't plan on when you're gonna break up. So I guess, yeah.
I assume a lot of boys like you, but you have high standards.
It's not that I have high standards, it's just like a lot of the guys like in the past that were into me or like me or whatever aren't the best guys. Like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, maybe they do a lot of drugs, or they're just overall mean people and they're known for cheating and stuff like that. So like, obviously I'm not just gonna go down that road.
That you're a really rich family that spoils their kids and is rude in public. Definitely not rich, because we balance our checkbook every week just like everybody else. We make money, we have bills to pay just like everyone else. Spoils their kids, yes, probably so, definitely so. And rude in public, definitely not rude in public. I might be embarrassing in public. We were at the grocery store the other day. There was a guy getting Ben & Jerry's ice cream, and I told him what my favorite kind was and recommended he should get it, and the kids were about dying. So I think that would be the opposite of rude. You pretend to be working in the basement, but you're usually gaming.
Usually gaming. I would say yes and no. The truth to that is actually, since my jobs are demanding at different times during the day and into the evening, so I own a recruiting business and I do other things, there are times during the day where it might be a 1 o'clock and I've gotten my work done all morning that I'll jump on and play a game. I would say 85% of the time spent in the basement is due to work and 15% is to gaming.
Why is Blake so shy? Does he not like being filmed?
Not shy, I don't.
You have some type of facial tic that makes you blink super hard.
No, so that's actually something that I get asked all the time. So this stuff actually, when my eyes get like that, is because, one, my eyes are hypersensitive to light, which I really need to go back to the eye doctor for, because I never got it addressed the first time that I went. And second, this all kind of started after I did this acne medication, and it also, like, my eyes don't produce as much
Tears.
liquid as, not tears, like, I don't know, whatever that is on your eyes, like that film. I don't have that. My eyes are just always dry, which is why I'll wake up in the morning, my eyes will just be beet red. And
do you all pay Asha to be in the videos?
Yep.
No, well, for one, they pay for my food and vacations and stuff like that, so there's really no need to pay me.
You don't like making videos on your personal channel and you want to quit.
That's not the thing. It's like, I don't want to make videos or I want to quit. It's I don't know when to film, and I feel like YouTube is supposed to be like more of a fun thing, and sometimes it's like when I can't think of a video idea and I have to sit and like think about it for days after days, and finally when I come up with an idea, I'm like, oh my gosh, this is gonna take so much effort, like it kind of just like ruins the whole idea of it being fun. Sometimes I'm like, I'm just not gonna make a video because I can't come up with what to do, and if I do think of what to do, it just doesn't sound fun to me, so I just don't think it's worth it.
I feel like Blake is very smart and is going to be very wealthy someday.
Okay.
Would you agree with that assumption?
I hope so.
Chase and Asha have a very strong relationship.
Yep.
What makes your relationship strong? Let's answer that.
Because we don't break up every single time we get in an argument. And we've been dating for 3 years straight.
I agree. I'm abusing me today.
You value your relationships with the boys more than you do Karli.
Absolutely unequivocally false. I value the relationship with all my kids exactly the same. I love all my kids equally, and there's no bias against who's more important to me than the other.
All right, you're mean and sarcastic to Corey because you don't know how to act around girls.
That's why. Believe me, Corey gets anything she wants and all the compliments she could ever ask for, so that is not the case.
Why doesn't Karli take the trash out? I'm not trying to be rude, just curious.
What?
Why don't
like,
you?
take it out to the street?
Yeah.
I don't know, because the trash cans are really, really heavy and you have to pick them up and put them onto that thing, and I'm pretty sure I can't do that. And also, just because my brothers do it in rotation, but I have my own chores too. Don't think I don't do anything.
I assume you guys have thought about stopping making YouTube videos. Absolutely not. I personally cannot imagine ever stopping. My fear more comes along the line of what if like YouTube just shuts down someday. Like I'm not saying that we will always be present on YouTube as much as we are today, but like in the future with like weddings and holidays and grandkids and vacations, like I still want to keep sharing until I just can't look at the computer screen and type anymore, like until I'm that old. Like I want to be one of the original, well, I shouldn't even say original because I don't even watch enough YouTube to know other people like this may exist, but because we started YouTube when we did, I feel like we will be one of the first family channels to start sharing our kids getting married and us having grandkids, and like there's not a lot of channels sharing that stuff yet, so I hope to keep going and going. Like, you think you're cool for liking beer?
No. I don't drink. I'm only 19.
Karli wants to party in high school more than any of the other kids did.
I don't know. I mean, I kind of partied in high school, but I didn't really enjoy. I never really been big into the party lifestyle. So maybe she does more than me, because I don't think I really ever actively looked for it. I kind of always got dragged into it.
You think your sister's out looking for parties?
I don't know. I don't think there's anyone in this family that's like party animal.
Yeah.
I don't see any of us that type.
Your family is a normal family. You fight, laugh, cry, and look out for each other.
We're far from normal. I'll tell you right.
You don't think we're normal?
Yeah, no, not at all.
Why is that?
There's no such thing as a normal family.
Do we fight?
Yeah.
Do we laugh?
No.
Do we cry?
No.
Yes.
Who cries at the family meetings?
Mom and Karli.
I assume Karli is the type who's uncomfortable with affection, like being hugged and kissed, etc.
Oh my god, yes. Like, my friend Josie, oh my god, they're gonna be like, what? But like Josie, if you guys know who that is, obviously a lot of you do, she loves to give hugs and stuff, but I like literally hate giving like hugs. It depends on like the person. Like sometimes that sounds so mean, but like, I don't know, like I just feel awkward hugging people sometimes. Like it depends on who it is. But like, yeah, I just don't really like hugs and stuff. But yeah, I am like a really awkward person and I hate making eye contact, and when I feel really awkward, I just want to cry. Like that happens to me all the time. Like if I was telling a story and everyone was like, what the heck, that makes no sense, and then they laugh at me, I just feel like crying.
You are not religious anymore. They wanted you to answer that one.
That is not true. I still believe in my faith. I don't practice as much as I would like to. I think that comes down to many folds. One, obviously, life is very busy, and that's not an excuse. That's just a reality. And the other part is I've raised my kids Catholic. I've introduced my wife into Catholicism, and it's difficult to push, I guess, the next steps as everyone's getting into adulthood to practicing the way that I want them to. So it's sometimes difficult for me to I guess go to church on a regular basis when I don't think everybody in the household sees my religion the way that I do. So again, not a great excuse. I mean, like I said,
You would have us at church every week if we would agree, but we don't like going
that
every
that
week.
is probably true. I don't know about every week, but it would definitely be more regular than what it is.
Candi has to restrain herself from going off and responding to stupid comments. The funny thing about comments is I have a hard time not thinking that every comment that I read is written from somebody like me, like an adult, a mother, my age. Like when I'm reading the comments, I'm reading those as though my friend is typing them. And so my friend would be somebody within my age range. And don't get me wrong, sometimes the negative comments do appear to be coming from someone middle-aged, but the majority of the negative comments usually come from younger kids or even teenagers. And for that aspect, like, I try to not like argue back or go out of my way to like prove them wrong. But yeah, sometimes it's hard because, like I said, I can't separate the fact that like it's just a kid. Do Chase and Asha plan on getting married?
Yes.
Yep.
Usually when you date someone, you date them so you can marry them. It's basically
No,
what
not
goes
some
along with
people.
it.
Some people are just like, yeah, he's the kid.
What?
Idiots.
Yeah, I guess some people don't, but we've been dating for 3 years, so I'm pretty sure if we didn't want to marry each other, we'd probably break up by now.
All right, Corey and Andrew will get engaged soon.
No, I don't think so. We still live at home.
If
Probably a year and a half if we're still together at that point.
Okay. You are popular in school.
In our school's so different. Like, there's no like popular group or anything. It's just like there's not really like popular people at our school, I wouldn't say.
You're embarrassed that your family vlogs.
No.
You've never been embarrassed by it?
No.
Like any of your friends or anything?
No. Maybe way back then.
When you were younger? Were you in high school? Yeah, you were in high school. Were you embarrassed then? You guys baby Karli, and that's how she gets whatever she wants.
I don't really think so. I also don't really get whatever I want, but you guys also have to understand that if I am getting something that I asked for, it's pretty much based off like my work, if that makes sense. Because like, it's not like my parents just go to work every day and come home with money and then just throw it on the table for me. It's like every day I make videos and stuff for them to make a living. So like at the same time, I'm not really buying myself stuff, but I kind of am at the same time, if that makes sense. But also, about the babying thing, I don't really think they baby me. I do think I sometimes have like different rules just because I am a girl and I'm younger than my brothers, but I feel like I've always been treated like the same as them.
You don't want Karli to date. Not true. She's going to be 16 in August. She has a boyfriend now, and we really like him, so we're fine with it. We support it, and yeah, this new stage of her life. I assume you would protect Karli if a boy was bullying her.
Yeah, but I don't think Karli would ever tell me that she's getting bullied, so...
You don't think? Well, and if she did, what would you do?
I don't know. Not a fighter.
Would you threaten him at least?
Yeah. Well, Seamus and Cox would do that for me.
That's Blake's friends, by the way. Corey and Andrew really want kids.
Yeah, we talk about having kids. I think we're pretty open about that.
Does Karli still enjoy dance?
Yeah, I still enjoy it. I mean, I'm not really doing it right now, which honestly, haven't had like an actual break in 10 years. Because usually when the dance season ends, like you get a month break and then it starts from like the beginning. So this is like my first like real break. Like I haven't been dancing for 3 months now. And I kind of don't like it because I feel like now if I go back, I'm going to be really bad. Not like bad, just like it's going to be so hard to do everything. But yeah, I still enjoy it.
You don't get along with Andrew's dad's side of the family.
I mean, I don't think there's like any bad blood or anything. I don't think there's any problems. There's never like, now that I don't play sports and stuff, you guys don't really see each other as often as you used to. But when I did play sports, KK and my dad would coach together my teams, or like I don't ever think there's been an
Yeah, I
issue
mean,
with
the
that.
last time we really all seen each other was when you were in the hospital when you got your appendix taken out and we all talk and
Yeah.
get along fine.
Yeah, there's really no bad blood or anything.
I assume Karli doesn't like Corey.
That's actually not true. I will admit that in the past, me and Asha had some differences with Corey, and like some things were said that just like came out wrong, and we had like our disagreements and whatever, and we didn't really get along in the beginning, but recently we've all talked to each other and talked it through, and now we actually really, really, really like Corey. And In that one video where people thought that like we were like harassing Corey, that was all a joke.
Are you guys popular at school because of YouTube?
Not because of YouTube.
Nah, I don't think it's
Mostly
because
because
of
we
YouTube.
live in a
either.
tiny school.
Yeah.
Or not
And you
live in a
basically
tiny
kind of
school,
just
but
make friends with everyone almost.
Karli is pregnancy,
What is pregnancy? Are they asking if I'm pregnant?
I guess.
I'm not pregnant.
So the assumption is Candi is so sweet and positive and a great mom.
No.
Yes. What you don't see on camera.
Yeah.
Chase, you better tell me.
Come on, how sweet are you? Blake has never really wanted to do YouTube.
Have ever wanted to do YouTube? Or like
The
be part of it?
family. Yeah.
I don't think so. Like, that's not true. Starting my own channel up.
Again, relaunching the Blake. What's your channel called?
Balake TV.
Balake TV is being relaunched. Ken is submissive.
Submissive? What the heck does that mean? If you mean that I give in on everything, I think that's false. I think I'm a more of a pick your battles kind of guy. When I'm, call it Papa Bear if you want. when I'm aggressive and really want something, I certainly get my way. So I wouldn't call myself submissive. I call it balance. I call picking my battles when I need to, and Candi does the same thing. That's called, most people can't do what we do. I mean, we're together literally 7 days a week, 24 hours. Not completely, but most people go to work and have separate jobs, whereas we're together all the time.
You definitely couldn't be considered submissive when you're bossy about stuff.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, and I am too.
I guess if I can use this word, anal about a lot of things. I have, and Candi will attest to this, I have a lot of preconceived notions for the way things are supposed to go in life. And, I try to force them sometimes, so I definitely am not submissive.
Andrew is sarcastic to Corey on his videos, but he's not actually that mean.
No, this is how Corey and I act around each other. It's like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, it's almost like a sign of like comfortability that we can sit there and make fun of each other that much, because we just understand that it's just joking and having fun with each other. And not to mention, when you're going to hype it up for videos just to make it a little more entertaining, like the same way any video on YouTube is someone acting a little bit. But no, Corey and I, like I said, Corey gets whatever she wants. She gets, I mean, my nickname for her is Princess, so she definitely is treated properly, but thank you guys for worrying about her.
Karli has a boyfriend.
Yeah.
You said Chase will be buying his new phone, but I'm pretty sure you will.
Probably.
No.
No. You would have to pay for it with your allowance, which technically still means I'm paying for it, but you would have to earn the money, so. Kind of like you would.
It's my decision. I'll just wait to get a new phone. I don't care.
Right, that's how it's gonna
So I'll
work.
just stick
When
with-
you decide that you want to spend your money on it, then that's when you
I'll
get
just
it.
stick with a cracked phone. It's not that big of a deal.
You're going through the stage every teenager goes through where you come across rude or ungrateful, but you actually aren't.
Probably, but like, it's really hard to explain because I feel like I'm not really in that stage anymore. What do you think about that?
I think you're getting out of it.
But at the same time, like, it's really hard for them to understand because they only see like maybe 5-6 minutes of my entire day. So if there is like, because everyone like has different phases through the day too. Like obviously when you wake up, you're not going to be super happy because you just woke up. Or if you're super tired, you're not going to be super happy. Or if you're in a really good mood, sometimes we're not filming around then, so you just have to understand that throughout the day, I'm in a ton of different moods because I am still a teenager and you guys don't see everything. So like, yeah, I guess.
How do you convince your mom to let you bring your girlfriend with you on vacation?
We don't have
She's the one who
to.
makes the decision.
We don't have to convince her.
I'd rather bring Asha than Chase.
She would. She could only bring 2 kids, then she would bring Karli and Asha.
Or how do you convince your mom to let your girlfriend spend the night?
You don't really have to do that. I just say.
I think,
just
when was the first time you probably stayed here? Maybe a year ago?
Yeah.
Last summer,
like
probably?
last summer.
Yeah. Assuming that Candi and Ken actually worked very hard for everything they have.
Assuming.
Yeah, like you agree or disagree with this assumption.
So, absolutely 100% agree. Why am I looking at you instead of the camera?
Here.
So, in reality, my father came to this country when he was a kid with absolutely nothing except the clothes on his back. He worked his tail off his entire life to provide for my mom and my 3 brothers. So we basically, you know, always had food on the table and stuff like that. But at the age of 18, my father offered me my first car, and I turned him down and went and bought my own car. And from that point forward, I've worked my butt off since I was 8. Actually, before that, I mean, chores and stuff. I've worked for everything I've had. I've made sacrifices. I've quit my job, put my life on the line to do the things that I have. And actually, at 46 years old, I feel like I'm even working harder now than I ever have in my entire life. More hours, more time, all that good stuff.
Your kids don't take chores seriously.
No.
That's all you have to say?
Well, because I'm the only one that has to do chores.
Oh, whatever. How many times have we had to ask you to clean up dog poop in the
I
back
did it
seat?
yesterday, and they're trying to ask me to do it again.
Should we
today.
walk around the yard and show them how much dog
Go
poop's
ahead.
still in the
If
yard?
you want to do that.
Carly's actually shy in person, even though she seems outgoing on camera.
Not really, but at the same time, yes. For some reason when I'm in front of like my family, I come off shy like when we're around other people, but like if my family wasn't there, I feel like I'm more outgoing. If that makes sense. But also with like meeting new people, I don't really struggle with that much. But like if I had to choose, I don't really want to meet new people, but if I have to, it's not that bad for me.
Carly is bisexual.
I am not bisexual. I am straight. I don't think there's anything wrong with being bisexual because like I know people who are and I don't have a problem with them.
You don't spend a lot of time all together as a family. I definitely think we spend more time together as a family than the average family just because of YouTube. It really kind of encourages us to spend more time together than usual, especially me with my kids, with them all being teenagers. I think it's probably pretty typical once kids get their driver's license that they're always like off doing their own things. So I think it's pretty cool that the kids still hang out here a lot and we swim and cook out for meals and that sort of thing. So I think we do spend a lot of time together. I think Blake is only quiet when you're filming him.
Maybe.
Why are you quiet when you're being filmed?
Just only talk when I need to.
He's making lunch right now, guys. Making his leftovers. I assume Asha and Carly argue sometimes like sisters.
No, they don't ever argue.
Not really argue, no, I don't think so. We'll like, if we disagree on something, it's just like, we disagree on it and then we just understand what the other person is saying, but that's like about it.
Chase, you're relieved that the pandemic happened so you don't have to wrestle.
Yeah.
I assume that you guys are always welcome to the boys' girlfriends no matter what. I wouldn't say no matter what. Andrew has definitely dated before people that I haven't really gotten to know as much as like I have Corey. I don't know, I feel like I'm a pretty good reader of people, and maybe that's, I don't know, maybe some would view that a negative thing, that if I'm not getting a good vibe from somebody, do I treat them a little bit different? Possibly. But yeah, overall, I'm very welcoming to people, but kind of like, I do form my own judgment and probably act accordingly. Chase doesn't hang out with friends much anymore because he's always with Asha.
No, he hangs out with Jaden, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Jaden is Carly's boyfriend, and him and Chase are very good friends. And so they're hanging out. They hang out all the time, and they skateboard together, and then me and Carly hang out with each other, and they go and have a little play date.
And we have friends over sometimes on weekends.
Oh yeah, we both have like, cause like his friends are, or my friends are kind of his friends too. So
Oh
we
yeah,
have
like
friends
when you
over.
guys have been having like your bonfires and stuff on the weekends,
Yeah.
you haven't ever shared any of that stuff because Jaden's always been here.
Mhm.
So now maybe we can.
Yeah, my friends come and we all hang out together with Karli too.
Karli hates vlogging.
No. That's like such a weird question because like I don't know. It's not that I hate vlogging, it's just sometimes like it depends on what I'm vlogging. Like if I'm sitting here in my room honestly doing nothing and I'm trying on clothes, like it's like whatever, like yeah, I'll show you because like I don't know, it just doesn't really like matter, like I'll show you. But when it comes to like personal stuff, like if I'm hanging out with my friends or other people, like sometimes I don't like to vlog just because like it makes them feel awkward and I don't know if they want to film. And it's just so weird if we're all just sitting in my bed and I'm like, oh, here's all my friends, they just probably feel so awkward, but like it's such like a thing that I'm used to, so like I don't know, it just depends on the situation.
Asha is vegan.
No, I'm not. I'm not vegan or vegetarian, but I like to make vegan and vegetarian foods because they taste good.
You're chickentarian.
Yeah, I eat chicken, and then I don't know if you count this, but I count it. I also eat salmon. So.
Candi gets annoyed sometimes with so many kids in the house. No, this is why we built this big house to begin with, was we wanted there to be plenty of room for everybody. And no, I love that everybody's here. I would be more sad if my kids were the type that like, all right, I'm gone. Like if Karli would have went and stayed at Melanie's house for 6 weeks, I personally don't think I could have done that. Like, no way. Sometimes Asha and Karli argue like sisters.
No, not really. But there probably is sometimes that I come across like mean to Asha or like have an attitude, and she just kind of like doesn't really say anything. She just like knows that like I'm in a bad mood, so she just walks away. Like she doesn't really, we don't argue about anything really.
Asha doesn't ever stay at her own house.
No, I do. I stay at my own house like all the time. I like stay the night here like twice a week.
Yeah,
Unless it's
during
my dad's
quarantine
weekend.
you were here all the time, but now you're there more than you're here.
Mm-hmm.
Your parenting style is very laid back and your kids don't ever get in trouble. I'm definitely more laid back than Ken. He's more strict, but then there's certain times that he also can be a lot more fun than me. But in terms of being laid back, definitely. But like my kids know when I've like reached my point and they better not screw around. You talk to boys but hide it from your family.
I mean, sure. It's not like if, like I have a ton of like guy friends and girlfriends at school, but it's not like, it's the same thing as like a girlfriend. Like if I get a new friend at school or something like that, it's not like I come home and tell you. So I guess it's the same thing as like guys. Like, yeah, I talk to guys at school, but like.
Asha, you're not as innocent as you seem.
What is that supposed
I
to
don't
mean?
know that you do bad things.
No, I don't. I'm a good girl.
So thanks guys for watching. Hopefully that answered some of the questions that you guys have about us, or maybe straightened out some of your opinions that you had that weren't true. Either way, hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys in tomorrow's vlog. Bye.